Welcome back to our channel. I am not Crystal. I am her mother. My name is Jay. Crystal is very sick, so she asked me to take over your channel for a little while. So you'll be spending the next few days with me. I will try to make this fun. I am not as good as Crystal. I haven't done this before, so please be kind. Okay? I'm going to read you a story from the Old Christmas Tales, published by Heartwarming Classics by a gentleman named James M. Hart. The story I'm about to read is going to be a two-part story, mostly because it is kind of long. So, the name of the story is A Christmas Dream and How It Came True by Louisa May Alcott. And we begin. I'm so tired of Christmas. I wish there never would be another one, exclaimed a discontented-looking little girl as she sat idly watching her mother arrange a pile of gifts 2 days before they were to be given. Why, Effie, what a dreadful thing to say. You're as bad as old Scrooge, and I'm afraid something will happen to you as it did to him if you don't care for dear Christmas, answered Mamma, almost dropping the silver horn she was filling with delicious candies. Who was Scrooge? What happened to him? Asked Effie, with a glimmer of interest in her listless face as she picked out the sourest lemon drop she could find, for nothing sweet suited her just then. He was one of Dickens' best people, and you can read the charming story someday. He hated Christmas until a strange dream showed him how dear and beautiful it was, and made a better man of him. I shall read it, for I like dreams, and have a great many curious ones myself. But they don't keep me from being tired of Christmas, said Effie, poking discontentedly among the sweeties for something worth eating. Why are you tired of what should be the happiest time of all the year? Asked Mamma anxiously. Perhaps I shouldn't be if I had something new, but it is always the same, and there isn't any more surprise about it. I always find heaps of goodies in my stockings. Don't like some of them, and soon get tired of those that I do. Then there was a Christmas tree somewhere with a doll on top, or a stupid old Santa Claus, and children dancing and screaming over bonbons and toys that break and shiny things that are of no use. Really, Mamma, I've had so many Christmases all in life that I don't think I could bear another one. And Effie laid herself flat on the sofa as if the mere idea was too much for her. Her mother laughed at her despair, but was sorry to see her little girl so discontented, when she had everything to make her happy and had known but 10 Christmas days. Suppose we don't give you any presents at all. How would that suit you? Asked Mamma, anxious to please her spoiled child. I should like one large and splendid one, and one dear little one, to remember some very nice person by, said Effie, who was a fanciful little body, full of odd whims and notions, which her friends loved to gratify, regardless of time, trouble, or money, for she was the last of the 3 little girls. Well, my darling, I will see what I can do to please you, and not say a word until all is ready. If I could only get a new idea to start with. And Mamma went on, tying up her pretty bundles with a thoughtful face, while Effie strolled to the window to watch the rain that kept her indoors and made her dismal. Seems to me poor children have better times than rich ones. I can't go out, and there is a girl about my age splashing along without any maid to fuss about rubbers and cloaks and umbrellas and colds. I wish I was a beggar girl. Would you like to be hungry, cold, and rugged, to beg all day? and sleep on an ash heap at night? Asked Mamma, wondering what would come next. Cinderella did, and had a nice time in the end. This girl out here has a basket of scraps on her arm and a big old shawl all around her, and doesn't seem to care a bit. Though the water runs out of the toes of her boots, she goes paddling along, laughing at the rain, and eating a cold potato as if it tasted nicer than the chicken and ice cream I had for dinner. Yes, I do think poor children are happier than rich ones. So do I sometimes. At the orphan asylum today, I saw 24 merry little souls who have no parents, no home, and no hope of Christmas beyond a stick of candy or a cake. I wish you had been there to see how happy they were playing with the old toys some of your children had sent them. You may give them all of mine. I'm so tired of them. I never want to see them again, said Effie, turning from the window to the pretty baby house full of everything a child's heart could desire. I will, and let you begin again with something you will not tire of, if I can only find it. And Mamma knit her brows, trying to discover some grand surprise for this child who didn't care for Christmas. Nothing more was said then, and wandering off to the library, Effie found A Christmas Carol, and curling herself up on the sofa, read it all before tea. Some of it she did not understand, but laughed and cried over many parts of the charming story, and felt better without knowing why. All the evening she thought of poor Tiny Tim, Mrs. Cratchit, and the pudding, and the stout old gentleman who danced so gaily that his legs twinkled in the air. Presently bedtime arrived. Come now and toast your feet, said Effie's nurse, while I do your pretty hair and tell stories. I have a fairy tale tonight, a very interesting one, commanded Effie, as she put on her blue silk wrapper and little fur-lined slippers to sit before the fire and have her long curls brushed. So Nursey told her best tales, and when at last the child lay down under her lace curtains, her head was full of a curious jumble of Christmas elves, poor children, snowstorms, sugar plums, and surprises. So it was no wonder that she dreamed all night, and this was the dream which she never quite forgot. And she found herself sitting on a stone in the middle of a great field, all alone. The snow was falling fast, a bitter wind whistled by, and the night was coming on. She felt hungry, cold, and tired, and did not know where to go nor what to do. I wanted to be a beggar girl, and now I am one, but I don't like it, and I wish somebody would come and take care of me. I don't know who I am, and I think I must be lost, thought Effie, with a curious interest one takes in oneself's dreams. But the more she thought about it, the more bewildered she felt. Faster fell the snow, colder blew the wind, darker grew the night, and poor Effie made up her mind that she was quite forgotten and left to freeze alone. The tears her feet felt like icicles, and her heart died within her. So hungry, frightened, and forlorn was she, lying her head on her knees. She gave herself up for lost, and sat there with the great flakes fast turning her into a little white mound, when suddenly the sound of music reached her, and starting up, she looked and listened with all her eyes and ears. Far away in a dim light shone, and a voice was heard singing. She tried to run toward the welcome glimmer, but could not stir, and stood like a small statue of expectation while the light drew near and the sweet words of the song grew clearer. From our happy home through the world we roam, 1 week in all the year, making winter spring, with the joy we bring, for Christmas tide is here. Now the eastern star shines from afar to light the poorest home, hearts warmer grow, gifts freely flow, for Christmas tide has come. Now gay trees rise before your eyes, abloom with tempting cheer, Blithe voices sing and blithe bells ring, for Christmas tide is here. O happy chime, O blessed time, that draws us all so near. Welcome, dear day, all creatures say, for Christmas tide is here. And we're going to stop here for now. This is part 1 of A Christmas Dream and how it came true. Part 2 will be tomorrow. I hope you enjoy your day, and I'll be back again. Thank you.